Hello everyone, welcome to a video today. So today I want to talk to you about Evarvest. But before we get into that, I want to say a couple of bits. I've been thinking about rebranding the channel and I'm looking for possibly a new name, or I want to really strongly brand the channel. I want to make it unique because the name we've currently got, it is relevant to what we're doing, but I want to make a name that is unique, that you know who I am as soon as I'm commenting on anything. As soon as you see the name, you can Google it, you can find it, it's unique. And also I want to be able to make a proper channel art across the top, and I want to sort of do all those sorts of things. So to do all those things, I want to be 100% sure that I am using the correct name before I do go and make those. And I also want to commission someone to make an introduction, so I want to have the name nailed down before I commission anybody to do an introduction for the videos. Also, if you could subscribe to this video, that would be really great. Subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoyed it. So now let's get into it. So I want to talk about Evarvest today. And Evarvest is another stockbroker. I feel like I've been talking about these loads recently, these commission-free stockbrokers. The floodgates have opened. Evarvest have recently gone onto Cedar, and here you can see they sought an investment of 75,000 euros. It's in euros because they're based in Lithuania, as you can see here. But they have exceeded that. They've only, I believe it started today. The investment round started today, and they've already exceeded their investment target. They have a valuation pre-investment of 1.175 million euros, about £1 million, and the investment that's being funded is 89,150 euros for a 7% equity in the company. I personally invested 165 euros or thereabouts. Did this because I like Evarvest, and I'm going to tell you why I like Evarvest. I've also invested in free trade. I'm sure lots of you know free trade. You probably quite a few free trade users here. I've also invested in free trade. One thing about free trade that's annoying me though is the amount of stocks they have on there. I know they're really working on that, and they're currently pushing towards getting the stocks and shares ISA onto the Android platform, and they also said that once they get their own FX platform, they are going to add a lot more stocks. But that is something I really want on free trade. Is I often find a stock I've been looking at on Simply Wall Street or Yahoo Finance on the screeners, and then I can't find it on free trade. So I'm stuck buying a lot of stocks through Hargreaves Lansdown, through my lifetime ISAs and my old stocks and shares ISA with the money that was in there before I opened up my new stocks and shares ISA for this tax year with free trade. So speaking to that, I want to talk about Evarvest here. And Evarvest believe that they're going to have 8,000 stocks on their app soon from launch. So if I can find that for you here. They also have some statistics here. So before we go and look at the amount of stocks they're going to have, we'll just have a look at this. And they believe that 89% of people in the US, Canada and Europe between 18 and 35 invest. I'm not sure if this statistic is accurate. I wouldn't believe this statistic currently. I don't know. 89% of people I know that are in this age range do not invest. I'd say it is much lower than that, but my statistics may be skewed. That's only where I'm from. But I wouldn't say it's 89%, and possibly US and Canada is very different to the UK. But I would not say that 18 to 35 year olds, 89% of them invest in the UK. Definitely not. But so yeah, you can see this is one of their slogans. They refer to themselves as the Spotify of global stock trading quite often. One great feature I think is the ability to follow your friends' portfolios. That's pretty cool to be able to follow on the app. So to be able to follow your friend's portfolio would be interesting. It sort of makes it more of a social aspect of investing. I think it was on Discussions. They were talking about what made them different. So here we go. And here it is. They have, upon launch, you'll have access to more than 8,000 stocks across the US, UK and European stock exchanges. And that's huge for me. That's something I want. I really, really want access to that many stocks. Because, like I said earlier, that is something I have been missing on free trade. And I know they're working on it, but hurry up. I'm joking. So they've also said that unlike their competitors, they're going to stay away from CFDs, which is contract for difference. So what a contract for difference is, you never actually own the stock. Something like trading 212 or plus 500, you don't buy an actual stock. You don't get a stock certificate. You buy a contract. So you say over the contract. So you buy a contract and this either goes up or you can short the stock. So obviously it goes down in your contract. So either one of those, but you never actually own the underlying asset. Not a fan of that at all. I don't like that, so I'm glad they're staying away from that. So have a quick look at their substantial accomplishments. They were founded in January 2018, so a new company, only a year and a few months old. They gained their first external investor in October, which was in the Baltic Sandbox. They won their second pitch battle at the FinTech Inn, and they were selected as TechCrunch's top pick for Disrupt Berlin in 2018. In January 2019, they had 20,000 investors on their waiting list. I've currently signed up for the beta. I recommend that you guys also sign up for the beta. Gives you first access, even if you just want to give it a go. I like that. I don't know about this. Obviously, sign up for the beta. You got to give it a go before everybody else does to make your decision. They also have 66.6% average month-on-month growth on the app waiting list. They are launching the actual app on the second half of 2019, as it says here, and this is where they're going to make money, which is obviously important for a business. If you're going to invest in a business, you want to know where the money's coming from. Number one factor. So they place a small margin on FX, which is the actual buying and selling of the stocks. They have a small cost for instant trades, probably something like free trade, where they do free trades at the end of the day. So sort of if you want to place a trade at 4 p.m, which is how it works on free trade, it's free. If you want to do an instant trade right then and there, that share price is £1. Pound is still super reasonable if it's anything like that. Whereas obviously Hargreaves Lansdown, like I've said before, is like £12 in and then £12 out again. But they also said that they commission-free stock trading on all stock exchanges and ETFs on the New York Stock Exchange, Nasdaq, Arca, and Amex stock exchanges in the United States. Here's some of the investor perks which you're going to get if you do invest. Part of their unofficial board, which means you get to do direct feedback to the Evarvest CEO and the executive team. You're obviously first for the webinars. You have first access to further investment opportunities. And they also plan to share profits through exclusive FX and trading credits to boost your trading returns. And that's probably something people are most interested in if you were going to invest. So their main goal is to unite the world's stock exchanges together to allow people to have access to a much broader range of markets rather than just the US or just the UK or just whatever your locale. They also plan to open up in many markets. So I think their first two are the United Kingdom and Lithuania, which is they're applying for their first sort of FCA approvals and whatever the equivalent of that is in Lithuania. After that, I think they're targeting Spain, Portugal. They said underserved markets is where they're first targeting. They also want to expand into the US and the rest of Europe, and even Asia, I believe, eventually. And obviously Australia, New Zealand is also a target for them. So they really are wanting to go global. And their overfund for this campaign is €300,000, and this gives them 6 to 12 months runway. The exact time depends on Brexit. And they also have external investors as well as this crowdfunding. So they have 4 developers, a designer, a project manager, and their CTO. They obviously also have a chief operating officer, their CEO. They aren't fee-free. They place a small margin on FX on commissions. We get charged to access stock exchanges outside the US, and we also have a small fee to place on instant trades to secure your trade in the market. And they want to ensure that we aren't advertising that we are fee-free, because we're not. We do offer commission-free investing on US stock exchanges, and as we scale, we've already discussed volume discounts with our partners. This means the more people that use our trading app, the more we can negotiate. So our aim is to reduce these costs even further so that investors can access other stock markets affordably and do not have their investment returns diluted by high fees. What she's saying there is that they're not a 100% fee-free. So if you were going, obviously in the US it says they are, the US market they're going to be. If you're investing in sort of the Chinese market, the Singapore stock exchange, the Japanese or anything like that, there is going to be a fee on that. That's what she's saying. There's going to be a fee on that, and they're hoping to get enough people in that they can negotiate a good deal with their partners who are offering them access to these exchanges. So here just have a look at some of the investors. This is me, obviously €162.50, sorry, not 165 like I said earlier, 162.50, which I funded through the overfunding. We have an anonymous investment for €75,000. Then we have a few people in the thousands, then 500, 300, and we have a few people down here which obviously putting in less and less money. But there is quite a lot of people. I'm not sure who this guy is putting in €75,000 there, but he's obviously pretty confident. Just to wrap this up quickly before this video gets way too long. Obviously, I've invested in Evarvest. If you'd like to invest in Evarvest or you're more interested, I will leave a link down in the description for this Seeders page. And if you use that link, then I believe we both get £25 to spend on the website, the Seeders website. So use it if you want to. Up to you. But you will get £25 if you do use that and you invest. So I'll leave that down there. Also, please remember to try and think of a name we could use. You can name the channel, we could brand the channel, put it in the description, as I am looking to brand the channel permanently now. I want to settle down and make an actual introduction, make a channel art, make thumbnails, all those sorts of things with the name of the channel in it, and I'll finalize those. So if you have a great channel name, please put it down there. I want to hear it. It might even be the next name of the channel. Right, we'll stop this now. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you will. If you have already, then thank you very much for subscribing. Like the video, and I will see you in the next one.